Hey guys, this is part 2 video for the Helsingforce Infinity tournament that I attended. In the last video I said it's going to be a three-parter, but after thinking a bit, there is no point in making it a three-parter. There's not enough content, so I'm going to squeeze all the information I want to share with you in this video, in the last one. So, Helsingforce Protocol. It was a local Helsinki event in Finland. It's part of the Infinity Global Week. I was really looking forward to this tournament. I started playing since this year, and I had sadly had to deny a lot of tournaments for myself, as I have a rule. I want to come to a tournament with a fully painted army. And that's what I did this time. So I was a little bit under pressure, quickly painting all the models that I had in the list, but I'm glad that I came. We went to this event with two of our local players, Eddie and Maxim. Eddie was playing Bakunin, Maxim was playing Ariadna, and I obviously was playing Svalarheima. The event was awesome. There was only 10 people and 8 people on the second day. A nice spread of armies, and we had 5 games, and in all of those 5 games I played against a faction I never played before. We had 2 military order players, we had 2 Hakkislam players. One of them was vanilla Hakkislam, the other one there was a Ramah player. We had an Onyx force, we had a Toha player, as I already mentioned, Bakunin, Ariadna, Svalarheima for me, and one Aleph player. So, very awesome event. I really enjoyed the tables, I really enjoyed how the armies were painted, and for me it was very happy to see that all the factions were fully painted. It's always awesome to see. There's nothing worse when you come to a tournament and you see unpainted miniatures or unpainted tables. That's nothing worse than that for me. So I was really happy to see everything was top notch, and thank you very much for the organizer, Pandebismo, for organizing this event, and to all the players that I faced for awesome games. Now I'm going to talk to you about all the games that I faced one by one, and share with you my thoughts on the game. What now looking back at it, what I could have done better, because I lost all of the 5 games that I played. So that's that. Now for game number 1, I was playing against Tannen and his Onyx. The mission was Mind Wipe, and we had a very good looking table. As I mentioned in my first video, I always want to go first, so I won the roll off. I picked first turn, and my first turn I managed to take out his Q drone with an HMG, but my mistake was that I put the drone in unconscious state, but I didn't finish it. I got so excited that I proceeded to continue with my turn when I had to actually kill the drone. I encountered an obstacle in his Umbre Legate, and to overcome that obstacle I thrown in my Beast Hunter. It was very important for me to take out his Umbre Legate because he also was playing a guided missile drone. So Umbra was spotlighting me, so I thrown the Beast Hunter in hopes that I can kill him. But he made his dodge save, and I think he made even 2 dodges in my first turn, which is a bummer. After that I had to return the Link of Nisse back to my side and hide them in hopes that they will survive for turn 2. Now Onyx on Tannen's side for his turn 1, he revived his Q drone, the HMG one. I have a cheat sheet here looking at the list. You're going to see the list also on the right side of the screen, I hope. And don't remember, he put my Blade FT1 in a conscious state on his turn 1. He didn't do much else. He shuffled a little bit, but that was basically it, I think, as far as I remember. Because on my second turn, I successfully, no, sorry, he put his, he started playing with his Malignus Hacker that he deployed to my right side of the table, where I had all the Fusilier core and the duo of the Blade FTO and Knight of Justice. So his Malignus Hacker costed 20 points, and it was a very big pain in my ass, because I just couldn't get rid of it. And my second turn started with fully taken out this time the Q drone, the HMG one, and I thrown my Linkai into his Umbra Legata. The Linkai died from all the arrows, but I managed to kill his Umbra. Sadly, it was too late by that time. I pressed the button. I found out where his console that I had to destroy is, and basically after that there was a lot of Unidrones there and a lot of other drones with arrows, and I couldn't reach my Beast Hunter to heal him fully, as I was hoping to do with my Fusilier medic or my Nice paramedic, because he was on the second story of the building and he was prone and I just couldn't see him. So my plan back then failed. Now on my opponent's turn, again he used a lot of orders in Malignus Hacker to spotlight me and then kill my units with the guided missile. I think he also had a bit hacker. I think it was with a killing hacking device that he moved up towards very bad positioned Nice medic and Uma, and managed to kill them both. He spotlighted them, and then the guided missile killed them. And after that, that basically I couldn't do anything else. On turn 3, he also killed the Knight of Justice, put him on unconscious state on his second turn. So on my turn 3, I healed back up the Knight of Justice with the Fusilier paramedic. I shuffled a bit so that I had arrows against his army, because I knew he's going to go for the to destroy the objectives, and that's exactly what he did. I tried to spotlight his beat with my Fugazi. He dodged away, and then it happened. He had 2 last turns. So he killed one of his targets for 1 point, and then he destroyed the other one, the primary one that he needed to destroy. And that's how he won the game. The end result was 9-1. Very, very nice game. I really enjoyed playing against Onyx. I didn't know anything about the faction whatsoever, so it was very, very enjoyable experience. Second game, I was playing against Military Orders and Popo. Very awesome guy, really awesome guy. We were playing Unmasking, the mission that I practiced the most, but I didn't expect how tough the Military Orders can be. They were very tough, and I deployed very badly. I made a crucial mistake when I deployed the duo of Knight of Justice and Blade FTO against his light infantry, and my HMG Nisa against his heavy infantry, or the Knight's core, which was a very bad mistake. I think I should have deployed both of them against the core, and then leave the camo markers like the Beast Hunter and Uma to deal with his light infantry. So here Wanderolf, he got first turn, and he moved up his core of Teutonic Knights, the Persian, and there was something else in that core, Crossier paramedic, into the building where there's one of the consoles war. So he basically occupied the building and I couldn't do anything about it. He killed the standing Fusilier missile launcher in his turn. Both of the Fugazis went down, and I believe one of the Fusiliers, random Fusiliers, also went down. Then my turn 1 began. I tried to kill the Persian with my HMG Nisse, put 1 wound, and he went prone. Then I moved up a little bit closer to see one of his other Teutonic Knights, shot him again, 1 wound, and he went prone. Looking back at it now, I think I should have spent more orders and continued pushing, revealing more single targets for the Nisse. But for some reason, I went back with the Nisse and went into the suppressive fire state to close off his core from moving further, because they were absolutely open if they would move up further and then be targeted by the suppressive fire Nisse. Now, I did move up the Knight of Justice and Blade towards his light infantry, and I tried to shoot them. I shot Robin Hook, I shot a Tech B, and they just arrived. I didn't do nothing. So second turn for my opponent, he killed off the Knight of Justice with his Bulleteer, and then he put a heavy rocket launcher Order Sergeant from the building where he was standing as an aero piece towards his Bulleteer. So he lined them up. He had a Bulleteer lined up. He had the heavy rocket launcher Order Sergeant lined up. He had a Cuirassier lined up and a Peacemaker, all in straight line. He also pushed the second button. I think he pushed all the buttons. No, he pushed the second button and revealed a second HVT, which wasn't the designated target. And on my turn 2, I made a crucial mistake that ended the game for me. I started moving my Camo Marcus, Uma, and Beast Hunter. Beast Hunter was revealed but made all of the dodges, went back into the Camo state, and was ready to jump where the lined up army was from his Cuirassier and drones, and to flame them. And Uma was ready to push button on console and reveal 1 HVT. Now that's where I had the mistake. I jumped with the Beast Hunter first. I went with him to where I wanted to go with him, and I saw that he had an HVT model there. My mistake was not going across his side to do his side of the table and seeing what exactly was behind the building. If I would seen that, I would use Uma to press the console and to reveal that HVT. Turned out later on that was my designated target. If I would have done that, I would have killed it. Then again, Uma would be air-rode with the heavy rocket launcher Cuirassier. So, as I said, I did the Beast Hunter move first. I killed his heavy rocket launcher Cuirassier, another Cuirassier, and the Moobot. I believe I killed the Moobot as well. Then I pressed the console with Uma, revealing another HVT, because back then I wasn't sure who was the designated target. I revealed the HVT that was closer to Uma, killed him, got myself 1 point. Turn 3 for my opponent. He kills Uma, he drops his Santiago Knight with killer hacking device near my Nisses. He presses a button, reveals the designated target HVT, kills both HVT with the Santiago Knight, proceeds to move towards the Nisse and dies from the AROS. But at that point, he already killed all of the HVTs. Now, on my turn 3, I don't think I did anything of note. I couldn't score any of the cards. No, there were no cards. Yes, there were no cards. Yeah, I couldn't do anything of note. I think I moved up the Nice HMG just to fool around and kill something, but I failed. So that game ended with 10-1 for the military orders. Again, awesome opponent. Really loved the game. Learned actually a very important piece that I, for some reason, didn't know. That cover is added to the armor saves. Beats me, why I didn't know that. I have no idea. But each and every single game that I played at that event, I learned something new. So, and that was my reason to enter the tournament, to learn more. So again, awesome game, and made me really want to reconsider my choice of Svalarheima and go military orders, which I was debating either going to go military orders or Svalarheima, but I already picked my faction, and military orders might be my second faction. Now, game number 3, and the closest game that I had at the event. I was playing against Demos and his Aleph. He was running a Marut, a Panoceania, Lamet drones, Atalanta, Proxy Mark 1, U-boat Proxy Mark 2, Proxy Mark 5, 2 Myrmidons and a Warcrow. I got the first turn, it was supplies. The mission that I played a lot. I played a lot of supplies. And the turn started great for me. I killed his Atalanta. I believe I killed his. Yes, I did kill his Proxy Mark II with the Nice. I killed his. I did kill something else. I killed 3 models in my first turn. I would like to say Proxy Mark 5 for the observer, but I don't believe that. I killed something else, I guess. And those were all of his RLPs, and all were killed by the Nice HMG. I moved forward, pressed the supply box with the Nice paramedic. I got the supply, moved out. I tried to press another supply box with Uma. She failed, and I was left without the orders. I did start to move up in my second group with the Beast Hunter, and that was the mistake of this game. I wanted to kill his Panoceania with the Beast Hunter because I knew that she's fast mover, that she's a specialist, and she's going to get all the supplies if I wouldn't deal with her. The mistake was that I overextended. I moved the Beast Hunter, and he was revealed by the Marut, which left him absolutely in the open. I made a bold move. I decided to move and dodge. I failed the dodge, and he was killed by the Marut in aero. After that, after the game, we discussed with my opponent and figured that the best play there would be to deploy the Beast Hunter a little bit forward to the midfield, but leave him there as a camo marker. I did move up the Linkai to the middle, albeit to prevent him to get the middle supply crate. On my opponent's turn 1, he started to move the Marut here and there, but he didn't do nothing substantial. I don't even think he killed anything with the Marut on his turn 1. So he placed at the end of his turn, he placed the Marut in a corner like this to have a line of sight and act as an aero piece. My turn 2, I spent I think 4 orders on the Nice MG to shoot at his Marut, and he made all of his saves. And the last order, the 4th one, I did manage to make 1 wound, and then he decided to move away his Marut and go on, or just move it away. There was this pesky rule with the beasts that in 8 inches they attack you with a CC attack. I tried to move the Knight of Justice and Blade FTO to the farthest left supply crate, and the Blade FTO got shot by the Marut and killed. So I couldn't press. I did press the button, but I failed the whip roll, and he got killed. So that was a bummer. And then I left the Knight of Justice where he was, because first of all I was out of orders, and second of all I wanted to leave him there to be a threat to his Panoceania because I knew she's going to come there. And both of the crates were protected. The left one was protected by Knight of Justice and the Fusilier with the missile launcher, and the second one the same Fusilier, and then the Linkai. So turn 2 for my opponent. As expected, he started to move with his Marut. He killed the Nisei HMG. I think I put him in suppressive fire. He killed him. He moved forward. He put a lot of smokes, and he killed the Knight of Justice. So put him in an unconscious state. Then he came with the Panoceania, pressed the supply, failed. I think he rolled 2 times to press the button and failed 2 times. He was in his last order. He did press it. He took the supply, and then that was my turn 3. On my turn 3, that's where the fun part began. I revived the Knight of Justice, shot Panoceania. She made all of her saves. The Knight got the shot back and again put it in a unconscious state. I repeated the process with the Knight, with the Fusilier paramedic. Again revived him, shot Panoceania, and again nothing. But at that point I already moved a little bit back behind cover. I think I should have not moved back but moved forward and went into CC with her to make her drop the supply box. The missile launcher Fusilier at that point was also shot by the Marut on my opponent's turn 2 and killed. So the paramedic revived the Fusilier missile launcher as well. What I did successfully do on my turn 2 actually is that I fulfilled one of my cards with the Blade FTO that's regarded in HVT mode. I had to pass in a whip roll. And then it was my opponent's turn 3. I didn't do nothing else. And his turn 3, he moved away with Panoceania with her supply crate, and he had to take the other one, the middle one. And my opponent was very nice. He allowed me to redo some moves. They all did. But this opponent was very nice and very kind to a new player. So he started to think where he can put smoke so that he can move with his Panoceania and take the middle supply crate. And while he was thinking, I saw the opening for his smoke and I pointed it out to him, like, you can put it here and I don't think anyone is going to see it. Which he did. He moved up with Panoceania, took the supply box, and that's how the game ended. It ended with a 5-3 for my opponent. Again, the closest game I had. And I really enjoyed playing against Aleph. I think I was scared to face Aleph the most because I heard how strong they can be. And I got lucky by killing a lot of his aero pieces. And that basically was game 3. At that point, the event for the first day has ended. And we're going straight to day 2. Now, game number 4 was against Tasu and his Ramach task force. The mission was firefight, and I got the first turn. My opponent Tasu immediately told me that he might have parachutists, but he said it in a way that implied or told me that directly that he has a parachute. So put your models after your first turn in a way that I cannot go in your behind your lines. And I tried to do that, but I failed to do that. So my turn 1, I killed his rocket launcher arrow or missile launcher arrow. I did press 2 buttons, and I shuffled my nieces Link away and left him there. The mistake there was I knew that his parachute is going to come in. I knew that I had to put the FGNG in a suppressive fire, but for some reason I didn't. I have no idea why. And that was the end of the game basically, because on his turn 1, his parachutist came in. It was an Ahab, and he came in the very right corner, like actually on the corner of the mat or on the table. And he immediately killed 2 Fusiliers, the missile launcher, a regular one, a Fugazi, then a second Fusilier, the second Fusilier, which turned out to be my lieutenant, then proceeded to my missile link, he killed the paramedic Nisse, the machinist WinterFor, and then the HMG Nisse. And that was it. That's what I was left with. No, he also moved up his Shakush tag, and with 3 orders, I believe, for 2 orders killed the Fugazi and the Blade HTO. And that was what I was left with for the turn 2. So I had no high hopes. One of my card missions was to kill 2 units in close combat. So thanks to my opponent, he suggested how I should move my Linkai in a way that I can dodge and weave in order to get in close combat with his Shakush, which I did successfully, but I only inflicted 1 wound on him and the Linkai died. The mission, the mindset there was, if I can take down the Shakush, I can use my Beast Hunter that was near his Nahab and try to kill his Nahab in a close combat as well. In return, I just flamed him and died in arrow again from the Shakush. Sorry, from the Nahab. And then I tried to press 1 more button with Uma for my last order, but she failed her whip roll, and after that he killed Uma, and he had free reign with his Carmen and Batar to move around the table and press all the buttons. So the game ended with 9-0. I just lost it with my stupidity and my bad deployment and bad thinking, straight up. Game number 5, I was playing against Panda Bismo, the organizer, and as I was told, the best player at the event, or in general the best player in Helsinki. He was playing Vanilla Hackeslam. We were playing in a very gorgeous table, a very amazing table, and the mission was Frontline. It was the mission that I practiced the least and understood the least about. And this is the mission that we actually talked with Panda after the event on the second day. He wrote to me on Discord, and we tried to figure out how where would be a better opening for my first turn. So I got the first turn. I usually put the Linkai in reserve and deploy him last, but this time I decided to deploy Uma as a camo marker last, and that for some reason the camo scared Panda, and as a defensive response he deployed his I believe it was Armand on the stairs on the 2nd floor of a building in bronze state. That Armand was the bane of my existence throughout the game. So my turn 1 starts, and what I do is I move my Nis HMG, I take out the turret, and I have no idea why I forgot about his equivalent of a Fugazi drone. I should have killed it. I forgot about it, and I spent 4 orders to kill his mine that was put by a Libertas. 4 orders to do that. That's the point that I will discuss with him later. Then I moved up the Beast Hunter towards the ledge of my building in the middle of the table because I wanted to super jump him towards his Armand and flame him. After measuring, it was 1 inch too short. So I had no more orders to. I had more orders, but I didn't have enough orders to spend to move the Beast Hunter as I needed him to move. Even though looking now, I had to move him closer to the building was where Armand and the Libertos was, and just leave him there. The point we discussed, because I asked him, I had no move ground because of his mine where to move to, and Panda thought about it for a while and said that he thinks that the best option would be to move the Knight of Justice towards the mine and just dodge and let it explode. And since Knight of Justice has stealth and the Blade F2 has stealth, I wouldn't be scared of all the hackers that were there, and I would have wreaked havoc with the duo. And I think that when he told me that, I just remembered the setup of the table, and I was like, there was the opening right there. Right there with the green arrow. You have stealth. The reason I didn't do that is because I forgot that the Knight of Justice has stealth. That was my mistake. The game proceeded with his Armand standing up, killing the Fusilier missile launcher. I also went with the Nisses back into the first floor of the building. With the HMG, I went suppressive fire, and I hit the Knight of Justice. I moved a little bit closer to the middle table and left him in the behind the terrain. He started to move up with his biker, with his Zuleika. She started to move up with her. I couldn't do anything with these hunters. She just moved past him, and if I put a road, I would get shot by the Armand. That's how bad of a position I was with my beast hunter. So she moved up right into the face of the suppressive fire Nisse. She straight up killed the Nisse. She put the paramedic in an unconscious state, and she put the machinist in an unconscious state, killed the HMG, but died in return from the HMG. Then he moved up his drones, repeaters I think there were, and the guided missile, the Nisse paramedic, putting him in an unconscious state, and stood up with the arm and just left him there to view the table. Now I did make a risky move. I came out with the Fusilier paramedic against his armed sniper. She survived. She revived the Nisse paramedic. In return, he revived the machinist Nisse. And I tried to move with the beast hunter towards his Libertos. There was one model there near the Libertos on the first floor. I don't remember who it was, but I killed it with the beast hunter, but died in return in the arrow. I then tried to move my Uma towards his HVT. They both were on the far left of the table because one of my card missions was to extract the HVT. I then saw that where his guided missile was, so I decided to go with Uma towards his guided missile and kill it. Uma was spotted by his equivalent by Fugazi and revealed. And then I found out that in that building where the Libertos was, Armand, and one hacker. On the first floor there was a Mukhtar hacker with 2 wounds. I tried to kill him with Uma, inflicted 1 wound and then died in my second order when I tried to chip out the second wound. And basically that was it. I tried to move around on my turn 3 a little bit, just to score some points. He just overwhelmed me. He moved basically with everything, he even Saladin to the middle to the table. Another crucial mistake that I did, we both put away a card that would give us points for controlling the table sides. And one of the card that I picked was a 12-pointer, and it had I had to pass a medkit shot against one of my guys to succeed. And I put it away so I didn't score that card. Otherwise I would have scored it. Again, as an opponent, really nice guy. Enjoyed that game, and taught me not to think a little bit longer before making moves. I really enjoyed the game. So that was the event. That was Helsingforce Protocol. I really love the event. I would gladly return to Helsinki and see the guys again and to play more games with them. I will try to reconsider play with different lists in the future, but I am actually going to play more games with this exact same list that I played at the event to learn it more. Because the biggest lesson I learned from this event is that I didn't know my own list. Even though I had several games with it, I made crucial mistakes and I didn't know how to use it properly. And I want to do that. I want to learn before I move to other lists. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I tried to make great shots, video shots from the games and from the tables and from my opponent's armies. And I hope you enjoyed it. There are going to be more Infinity videos coming. Stay tuned for that. But until then, have a nice day, guys. Bye.